Regrettably, I am torn. On one hand, this whole song and dance is rather pathetic and childish. As such, the idea that one could gain respect by completing such a task is in turn pathetic and ridiculous. However, on the other hand, there is something a little eerie about being at school after hours. The once bustling halls are now completely empty and dark, devoid of all life and existence. One could even think that it's been abandoned for years. However, I know such a thing is false, and this once again returns to being a childish activity. How I'll gain respect from this, I truly don't understand. However, I was given this task for a reason, and I intend to complete it. Let's see, which rooms do I need to go to? Damn. It is rather difficult to read this list in the middle of the night, especially when I wasn't even given a flashlight to allow me to see. Although I suppose that does increase the, how shall I put this, intensity or the sense of urgency in this whole challenge. After all, not being able to see does put you at a disadvantage. However, it does make it rather difficult and frustrating to attempt to complete this task. One has to wonder how well this was thought through. Oh, but perhaps the night isn't without hope after all. A window. And it seems that fortune has chosen to smile brilliantly upon me in the form of a full moon. How fortunate. All right. The music room, the art room, and... Damn it. Hanji can never seem to write legibly. Otherwise, this would be a piece of cake. All right, well, the music room and the art room ought to be easy. Perhaps I might even wander the halls a little extra. After all, it isn't often that I get to be in such a tranquil and quiet place. Finally, I can hear myself think. Nothing like in the classroom or in the hallways or during club meetings. This is certainly a relaxing change of pace, and I don't intend to waste it. No, not a chance in hell. That's odd. No, I must be imagining things. Besides, plenty of animals live around the school. I'm sure it was just one of them. If not, it was probably the upperclassmen attempting to scare me. I wouldn't put it past them. After all, we did sort of embarrass them and disrespect them recently. It wouldn't surprise me if they were trying to return the favor with a little spooky attempt at startling me. Although I suppose it's something I can be amused by. After all, if Hanji is throwing this whole charade, something tells me this is going to be rather fun to watch, and certainly rather fun to experience. Now, which room to hit first? Art or music? Hanji, as entertaining as it is to witness your attempts at scaring me, this is getting a little old, don't you think? I mean, growling sound effects? What are we, 5? Do you really think that I'll be scared of such a thing? All right, if you choose to play it this way, I suppose I'll go along with it. Oh dear, whatever shall I do? I'm simply a frightened junior high student, all alone in school after dark. Oh dear, whatever is a girl to do? Oh, rather hygienic, don't you think? Breathing against the back of my neck. You are certainly not Hanji, are you? You seem to be too tall, much too tall, to be Hanji. And your eyes, they seem to glow in the moonlight, and even when the moon is hidden with shadows and clouds, you certainly don't seem to be hidden within the darkness. No, those eyes are something else entirely. Now, there's no reason to to lash out at me. There is absolutely no reason to view me as a threat. My name is Yelena, and I take it you are some of the older students, perhaps in a costume, or perhaps operating some kind of puppet or animatronic device? Yes, I'm sure that's all you are. After all, why would anything else have those glowing yellow eyes? Why would anything else be here after hours? Why would anyone else be here so late in the day, so late in the evening, and so technically early in the morning? I can't imagine you'd be anything else. So just back away, would you? And quit breathing all over my face. It's getting rather irritating. You are certainly not a puppet, or an animatronic of any kind, and forgive me, but with your height and your strength and the ferocity of that snarl, you are certainly not any of the upperclassmen wearing a costume. Now, there's no need to get excited. I am simply reaching into my pocket to perhaps find my phone. No, this can't be. Hanji, I am going to kill you if I make it out of this alive. I am just saying that right now. I am going to strangle you if I make it out of this alive. You took my damn phone. All right. I'm sorry. I was ranting about being angry at an upperclassman. I promise I'm not going to attempt to harm you. I am absolutely no threat to you. I assure you of this. I am part of the scouting regiment. Have you heard of it? I joined the club recently, and apparently some of the lower classmen decided they wanted to disrespect the upperclassmen, and as a result, I have been challenged to this alleged test of courage, and I just need to write my name on a few of the chalkboards in the classrooms. Do you think that perhaps you can allow me to do this? All right, was that snarl a yes or a no? All right, based on your rather loud barking, I will take that as a no. What do you want from me? Do you wish for me to leave? Do you wish to harm me in some way? Because I can assure you it's nowhere near as satisfying as you might think. Take it from me. Why give me that look? Do you honestly think that I haven't had my fair share of encounters with bullies? I have had to defend myself several times, and I have to say, the look of agony that crosses a student's face when they get hurt, it really isn't anything to write home about. Trust me, I don't think you'll get much satisfaction out of attempting to rip my throat out. All right. Choose not to believe me, but I warned you. And besides, in telling that riveting little story, I warned you about something else. If you attempt to hurt me, I will fight back. I hope you know this. And something tells me you might lose one of your eyes, or perhaps even both of them, if you attempt to hurt me. So how about you just back away, and you and I can go our separate ways for the evening, all right? Hey, what are you doing? Oh no. Those bright yellow eyes, they're gone. I'm not sure whether to be relieved or perhaps even more frightened than before. After all, the moon is now fully covered by trees. There's no chance in hell it'll come out again, at least not tonight. So, I have absolutely no way of knowing where you are. Hello there. And who might you be? Don't tell anyone. What on earth is that supposed to mean? I have no idea what you're referring to. Don't tell anyone about this? Whatever do you mean? What I saw. I don't believe you're fully grasping the concept of light and how human eyes work. You see? The moon is fully behind those trees over there. It's dipped below the tree line. I can't see anything. All I can see is your silhouette. Before, I could see glowing yellow eyes. Then they disappeared with the moon, and now you're here. That growling has stopped. The snarling, the heavy breathing, it's all gone. What? What are you? You heard me. What are you? Were you in some kind of costume attempting to scare me, or was what I saw real? No, based on your height, I certainly wouldn't believe that it was just a costume. Before, I was beginning to give you the benefit of the doubt. However, now that I step closer to you, you're certainly far too short to have merely been elevated by a costume. You're something else, aren't you? Tell me, what are you? A werewolf? I don't believe I've ever had the pleasure of meeting someone like you. At least, to my knowledge, I don't believe I did. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As I said before, assuming you recall, that is, my name is Yelena. I am part of the Scout Regiment. Have you heard of it? Really? You considered joining? Why didn't you? You heard about this test of courage? Then tell me, what are you doing here so late? This place makes you feel safe? And is that why you chose to transform here? You didn't exactly choose. Of course. I take it then, myths and folklore saying that werewolves transform during full moons. That was the truth, then? How very interesting. So tonight, since this place makes you feel so safe, you decided it would be a safe place to allow the moon to take control of your actions? Force you to become a monster? I see. And do correct me if I'm wrong, but you were aware that the test of courage was going to take place tonight, were you not? You were? Then tell me, why on earth would you think that it would be safe for you to transform here? You didn't think anyone would be brave enough to go through with it. Well, it seems I've proven you wrong, haven't I? How delightful. Tell me, I don't recognize you. What's your name? I see. Not a name I would typically associate with a werewolf, but with the human who becomes the werewolf. I suppose it's rather fitting. Now, would you care to join me for the remainder of this test of courage? The moon is out of sight now. I doubt you'll transform again. Or am I mistaken? Very well, then. Do come with me. It would be delightful to have some company. And if it wouldn't bother you too much. I would like to ask you a few questions about what you are, how you came to be like this, and, if you wouldn't mind, perhaps later we could exchange numbers. Of course, I'm being serious. First impressions are often referred to as everything. And darling, you have made quite the memorable first impression.